Hello friends, welcome to Spoonful of Green. Today we're going to take a look at my peppers, my tomatoes, my eggplants, my cucumbers, and see how awesome they look in the beds, in the ground. Here we go. First thing we have is my beautiful poblanos. I planted about 8 of them. And as you can see, they're about 18 inches high now. They're beautiful, strong. Real excited about these poblanos. So you can kind of see what they look like. Then we have my grand bell peppers. These are just stunning to look at. They have very thick stems. Got some bloomies coming up here. How awesome is that? And they're about 16 to 18 inches as well. And I planted 5 of those. They look great. Look how cool. It's like plant art, the way they look in their stems. It's neat. Then I did a plant swap with some friends of mine, and here I have a little arroz con pollo. This is a sweet pepper. I don't know much about this plant, but I do know it's a sweet pepper. Then I have some sweet Spanish onions. They're yellow onions I've got in the ground here that I planted. Over here, along with my leeks, which are starting to look a lot thicker at the bases, which is great. How great they look. I'm in the garden. Everybody needs a garden gnome. This is Alex. Hey, Alex. Then over here, I have another sweet pepper. This one is called a sweet chocolate. And I've never actually eaten this pepper. I got this one in the plant swap with my friend also. Yeah, baby. No bloomies on this yet, but he looks healthy and happy. And then the other one that I have here is the purple sparkler. This is also a sweet pepper. This is another one of those cool ones. Well, most of them have these awesome stems that are just so fun to look at. And he's getting a little, maybe some bloomies in there too. Very cool. Yeah, you got the watering can, don't you, honey? Then we go on to see my mild jalapenos.
No.
Every single one of my mild jalapenos,
No.
when they bloomed, they were like a light green in color. They've never gotten really dark and vibrant like my other peppers, and I'm not really sure why. They also have a stem that's this really cool purple and green. But like I said, they're only about 10 inches tall, and
No.
this is all the bigger they've gotten. That one's even got some little bloomies on it.
No.
Then you can see here in the corners of my beds, I've got some eggplants. Yeah, that one doesn't look so happy. Maybe a little sunburnt, not sure. And then here, this one looks strong and one looks weak. And then all along the base of my trellis, I have these cucumbers. So hopefully they'll climb up this trellis like I want them to and get big and strong. Then if we move on over to the other side of my garden, I have this whole row here of fish peppers and cucumbers. And these are beautiful. They have these like tie-dye striated leaves. I grew these fish peppers last year, and they were right next to a poblano plant of mine. And I'm wondering if there was some kind of cross-pollination with my poblanos and these fish peppers, and that's why they're not as striped as they were last year. Because last year they had lots and lots of leaves that looked like this, that were just splashed with this off-white green color. This year, not so prevalent, so I'm curious to see how similar to the peppers they were before. We've also got some cucumbers along the bottom of this trellis. Then if we step over here, I've got 3 more pretty and sweet potted sweet peppers that I was talking about earlier. And these have got little bloomies on them too, and these have just been really strong and gorgeous. It's like a jungle in there. Then I've got some more poblano plants here, and they look great. I love the poblanos. And then if we head to the back of this bed, I have, these are hot jalapenos, these last 4 here, and they've been great and strong, dark green the whole time. They've got those great stems, multicolored. It's like they have little bloomies up there too. And these are all my hot jalapenos. And then I had 2 more little mild jalapenos I plugged in the back here. And literally this is probably the biggest one I have. It's probably 12 inches, 11 inches tall. And you can see that light yellow green color. These new ones are darker in color, but I don't know if that's just the variety or they just didn't do well in the dirt I provided them. Then if you come over here, I have this small herb bed, I call it. And I have oregano, basil, a couple of beets sprouting up there, a row of cilantro that we have used in some of my dishes. And I have some rosemary here. It's been pretty slow growing too. We'll see how it does. And I got some garlic. This next bed are my tomatoes. This whole row here on the left, these are all my Roma tomatoes. They're getting tall. I need to put up the cattle panel in between them. I have yet to do that, but they look so beautiful. And they are 18 to 24 inches apart, each one of these. Down this row, I have my cherry tomatoes, and they look really great. And these are all 18 plus inches apart, these cherry tomatoes. And I've tried to, try to really look hard so far at the difference in leaves between the cherry tomatoes and the Roma tomatoes, but so far it's pretty hard to differentiate. And finally down here, these definitely are different looking than the rest of them. These are my ox heart yellows. I fed them all this morning. I'm not quite sure why his leaves look like that. But I mean, they seem happy. I just need to get them up on that cattle panel so they have something to start climbing up against. And geez, it smells so pretty in this tomato garden. I love the smell of tomatoes. Then if you head over here, I've talked a lot about my lettuce bed, a lot. And I don't know if it's the change in season or it's weather, but the Swiss chard here has been looking the strongest it's ever looked. So maybe I'll get some survivors. We'll see. They're looking good. So maybe they had a change of heart and they want to prove to me that they want to grow, or maybe they'll die again. We'll see. But I've got a couple of little ones popping up around here. My romaine lettuce is looking good. I'll get out of this shadow. Romaine lettuce is looking good. That was a succession row. This is my my Simpson, black seed Simpson. My red leaf is looking awesome. He's real strong. And also, arugula is coming up. It is so tasty to eat this arugula. Some of them are like multicolored. And then you get your green ones. Real green. Then you got your spinach, and it's coming up, and it tastes good and nutty. Love that spinach. This is a succession row I did, and it's moving pretty fast. I did another succession row of my arugula here. It looks great. And then my kale is coming up. Some of them are puny, but we'll see how that goes. And last but not least, I put some strawberries in a pot, and I've got my first bloomies of my strawberries. Look at that. Maybe I'll get a strawberry or two. You never know. And while we're here, let's take a step back and look at this trellis. So we got two cattle panels right next to each other. They're 16 by 50, and we put them in with 6-foot T-posts, and that's about 4 feet wide between the two boxes, and both of those boxes are 8 feet long and 30 inches wide. And my hope is that those cucumbers will grow up over it, look majestic, and I can start pickling. So, thanks for joining me here on Spoonful of Green. It's a joy for me to share what's going on in my garden, and there's nothing else I'd rather be doing other than hanging out with my family and messing around with my garden on such a beautiful day. So take care. Thanks for watching Spoonful of Green. Peace.